Hello soul friends, Emily here, and welcome to Ananda Yoga session with me. So Ananda Yoga is a little bit different kind of style. Every style of yoga is unique, but what makes Ananda really stand apart from other styles of yoga is the use of the energization exercises, the spiritualizing nature of the practice, and the use of affirmations with the yoga postures. And so we'll get into all of that as we progress through the session. So first and foremost, we're going to start just centering the energy. And then after we're done centering, we'll energize the body to get energy moving in the body. And then we utilize the asana practice to draw the energy from the extremities of the body to the spine. And then towards the end of the asana practice, and then very much so in meditation, we draw that energy from the spine up to the brain. You'll notice that I will often encourage you to keep the gaze lifted. This just helps to magnetize the energy to the brain. Okay, so let's take some centering breaths. Go ahead and sit up on a cushion or two, a blanket, a chair, a meditation bench, whatever finds you most comfortable. Let's go ahead and close the eyes and lift the gaze slightly. Just coming into the space, the present moment. The gaze is gently lifted. Become aware of your breath. Let the breath move naturally. At the pace it wants to move. Just be present. Practice being present with your breath. Any sensations you may have in the body, any areas we need to take more tender, loving care of today. And place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Continuing just to be present with the breath. As you inhale, feel the belly rise or expand. And as you exhale, the belly softens or relaxes back into the body. The hand on the chest isn't moving much. And if it is, just try to encourage that breath to move towards the belly. Couple more breaths here, letting the body relax and letting that relaxation reflect to the mind. right here in the here and now. Gently come up to a standing position. You can remove the blankets or chair. Just going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So in our standing position, we're going to soften the knees, palms come out in front, palms touching. We'll do a double inhale through the nose, short inhale followed by a long inhale, and then a double exhale through the mouth, short exhale followed by a long exhale through the mouth. So we'll go ahead and inhale, tensing the arms out to a T position. Standing up, double exhale to relax back. And again. Drawing energy into your body, into your arms, tensing, double exhale to relax. And one more time, double inhale to tense out into a T. Double exhale to relax. Very good. Shoulder rotations, fingertips come to the tops of the shoulders. We're going to rotate inside the shoulder joint, so not just moving the elbows, but actually shrugging the shoulders here. And I want you to have tension inside the shoulder. This really increases circulation. It's very revitalizing and recharging for the shoulder joint. Let's go the other way. Shoulder rotations here. One more. And relax. Very good. Arms by the sides. Chin stays parallel to the floor. We're going to tense and relax the front of the throat. There's a rectangular muscle here called the platysma. And tensing this pulls down the sides of the mouth. This is great for a youthful looking skin neck area. It's good to get this muscle working once in a while. So tensing this rectangular platysma muscle and relax. And again, tense and relax. Very good. The left ear comes towards the left shoulder, and I want you to push your head into your left hand. And what this does is it's going to increase tension on that left side of your neck and relax. Right side of the neck, pushing the head into the right hand and relax. Left side of the neck, tense and relax. Right side of the neck, tense and relax. One more time each side. Head into the hand, tensing the left side of the neck and relax. Head into the right hand now, tensing the right side of the neck and relax. Tensing the back of the neck now, we're going to look up slightly and engage the back of the neck. So tension there and relax. And again, look up slightly, increasing tension in the back of the neck. Gradual release of that tension. One more time, increase tension. Always working with gradual tension up and gradual tension back down to relaxed. Very good. Neck rotations now. So with tension in the neck, go ahead and begin to do some circles with the head, as though you're drawing little circles on the ceiling. And the other way. And little to no tension. Do some nice slow neck circles here, no hurries. When you come to the back, ideally we don't want to jackknife the neck. We don't want the head to come all the way back. We want to keep length in the back of the neck. So even when you're doing those rotations, try to keep some length in the back of the neck. And the other way. Little to no tension here. Oof, doesn't that just feel so yummy? Relax back to neutral. Some spinal recharging. Not yet. So feet are hip width apart, hands on the hips. Slight bend in the knees. Go ahead and rotate the spine as though you're rotating the spine from where it connects to the pelvis. Now, anatomically, that doesn't quite work that way, but it's a good image. And if you can, increase tension around the spine as you're doing this. And let's go the other way. Just some rotations of the spine here. Very good. Now feet can come about the width of your mat or just wider than shoulders. And we'll do side to side recharging, coming up with the spine and then over to the left and then the right. Left and right. And ideally you're moving as though you're in between two panes of glass. So you're not dropping the shoulders forward. And one more time each way. And back to neutral, very good. 20-part body recharging. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart. And just double inhale, and I want you to tense from your toes all the way up a little bit here to the point between the eyebrows, really drawing the energy up the body. So double inhale, gradual tension up. Vibrating tension at the top. Double exhale to gradually release that tension. Very good. Now one at a time. Left foot, you can curl the toes or flex the toes out and release. Right foot, tensing with low, medium, high, vibrating tension on just the right foot. High, medium, low, relax. Left calf, pushing into the left ball of the foot. This will engage the left calf, gradual tension up. To a vibrate, gradual relaxation to relax. And right calf, low, medium, high, vibrating tension. High, medium, low, relax. Left thigh, think about pulling the kneecap up. And release. Right thigh. Remember, we're using that gradual tension, gradual relaxation. Tuck the pelvis forward to engage the lower abdominals. And relax. Pull the belly button in and slightly up to engage the upper abdominals. And relax. Left forearm tensing low, medium, high, vibrating tension. High, medium, low, relax. Right forearm tensing low, medium, high, vibrating tension. High, medium, low, relax. Left upper arm tensing low, medium, high, vibrate. High, medium, low, relax. Right upper arm low, medium, high, vibrating tension. High, medium, low, relax. Left of chest. It might help to bring that left arm slightly in front of the body. And then we're engaging that left pectoral. And gradual release, right pectoral. And gradual release. Left of neck. You can use your hand here again if you want, or just think about pushing your head into your hand. And release. And right side of the neck. And relax, front of the neck. Relax, back of the neck. And relax. Very good. Now once again, we're going to tense all the way up, but this time with a little bit more control. So we're going to, on an inhale, ideally one inhale, we'll tense and hold as we add on each body part, moving the whole way up the body. So preferably on an inhale, let's go ahead and tense the left foot, add the right foot, add the left calf and right calf, add the left thigh and right thigh, the left buttock and right buttock, the lower abdominals, the upper abdominals, the left forearm, the right forearm, the left upper arm, the right upper arm, the left of chest, the right of chest, the left of neck, right of neck, front and back, vibrating with tension. Double exhale to release only the neck, dropping chin to chest, keep everything else still vibrating. Now one at a time, relax the chest, the upper arms, the lower arms, the abdominals, the buttocks, the thighs, the calves, the feet. Relax completely. Double inhale, tensing all the way up the body. Vibrating tension, draw it to the point between the eyebrows. Keep it there, double exhale to relax. Take a couple of natural breaths. Tuning into that energy that's now moving, maybe some heat. If you have your eyes closed, go ahead and open them. Next up is going to be walking in place. I'm going to step off my mat because it's quite sticky. And so for this, you're going to want to get your knees as close to your chest as possible. And if this is a lot for you, you could always just do knee hugs. That's fine too. Whatever pace is good for you today. can just keep them lower, whatever you need to do. And then some running in place, getting those knees high and the heels high. Really getting some blood flowing. Keep that breath moving smoothly. And relax. Okay. Woo-hoo. All right, two left. Large circles with the arms, as though you're holding two heavy weights. We're going to inhale as we come back and up first. Double exhale as we relax forward and down. And again. Tensing up. I'm coming up onto my toes here. Double exhale to relax back and down. And one more time. And the opposite way. I know you can't see it in the shot, but I am fully extending my arms, slight bend in my elbows to protect those elbow joints. Double inhale, tensing up with tension. Double exhale to relax back and down. Two more times. One last time, really getting the full openness of your chest, the full movement, full range of motion. Very good. Last one is whole body breathing. So for this one, we are going to extend our arms up overhead once more. So we'll start by exhaling and folding forward. And then as we inhale, as though you have two heavy weights in your hands, you're going to tense from the toes. Now your calves as you start to come up, thighs, buttocks, tensing the abdomen, the chest, squeezing all the way up, tensing the arms up overhead. Double exhale to relax and fold forward. Arms come out to the sides as we fold forward. Inhale, tensing the body from the toes to the legs, the buttocks, the abdomen, the arms all the way up, vibrating tension as you extend your body. Double exhale to relax. Two more times here. Inhale to tense up. Exhale, arms come out to the sides, forward fold back down. Last one. Folding forward again. Tuck the chin to the chest. Hands can come to the tops of the thighs and slowly come back up. If you feel at all dizzy, tuck your chin to your chest. That allows blood flow to go smoothly on the back of the neck. So from here, now that we're all warmed up, we'll just take a few breaths to get recentered. So feet are going to be hip width apart. Between your feet, it's usually about 2 fists different distance between the big toes, sometimes a little bit less depending on your anatomy. Everybody's different. And we want the toes to point forward here. And so if you're somebody who, whether your toes come in or whether they point out, you just want to adjust that where it remains comfortable. But we do want to work towards having the toes point forward. This is good for the knees and the hips and the rest of the body as well. And then from there, think a nice tall spine as we inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Palms can face forward for receptivity. Chin is parallel to the floor, back of the neck is long. Go ahead and close the eyes and lift the gaze. And just a gentle sway forward and back. Just really finding our center on our feet here. Tuning into the weight distribution on your feet and the floor. And that sway can become less and less as you find that center where the weight is evenly distributed between the fronts and the backs. Same idea, left and right. Just distributing that weight from the insides of the feet to the outsides of the feet. The swaying becomes less as we find that center. The body is mostly relaxed. Holding itself upright does take a little bit of energy. But everything else is relaxed. The shoulders, the face, the breath. Taking a pause here to center within ourselves. And centering with the version of us that is our most authentic selves, our highest self, if you will. And some may connect this experience to the same experience as spirit with a capital S or God. So it could be the highest version of you, it could be your higher power. In the first affirmation I will introduce, I want you to silently repeat this to yourself, or if you'd like, for the first time you can repeat it out loud and then repeat it silently. Speaking to that highest version of you, that higher power. I stand ready to obey thy least command. I stand ready to obey thy least command. Go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to step the feet wide, about 3 to 4 feet, just longer than a meter's thick. We'll come into Virabhadrasana 2 to really kind of get some energy from the extremities of the body. And remember, the intention here is to pull it to the spine so we can use it in meditation in the brain. So with a wide stance, we're going to go ahead and turn the left foot out. I'm not going to mirror you here. So your left foot is going to turn out. And so our toes are pointing to the side. For most people, this will cause the pelvis to kind of rotate this way. So if you think of your pelvis having like where your hip bones are like two headlights, it kind of turns our headlights a little bit to an angle. So to adjust that, to protect our knees, we need to push the right heel a little bit further away. So the foot kind of angles in like this. And that kind of keeps everything in line that way. And then take note of the intersection line. So if you think from the inside of your big toe to your heel on your left foot, intersects with the arc of the right foot. So if you have your foot, like your left foot, way more in front, way more behind, just adjust. And that left foot should intersect with the line of your right arc. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and bend that left knee. And ideally, it comes just over the heel. It can go as far as as long as it stays behind the toes. And so you may need to adjust for what feels right for you. If for balance reasons you need to be close to a wall or you want to use a chair, that's fine too. And so now that we have our legs in the position that we want in this kind of nice lunge, in the pose I'll remind you to, but I want you to squeeze your glutes. This is going to further open the pelvis, further open the front of the hips. And then our body is still at this angle. And so I want with the torso, you to go ahead and shift just your torso back to the front. So there is a little bit of a spinal twist happening there. Inhale the arms out to the sides, palms face up here. Stretch those fingers as wide as you can. Very good. Tuck the chin, sliding the neck back almost a little bit, and then turn that head to gaze over the extended middle finger or ring finger. And that gaze is slightly lifted. This helps to magnetize the energy. So still reaching with those fingertips. The arms are very active. The legs are very active. Squeeze the glutes. Open those hips even more. Breathe with the belly. The more energy you put behind this pose, the more energy is stimulated. And the more energy we get to use in meditation later. So to further help this energy stimulation through the power that is in each of us, silently repeat to yourself, I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. You could also repeat, I joyfully manifest the power of God. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. Or, I joyfully manifest the power of God. Keep the breath smooth. Release the affirmation. Inhale those arms up overhead, turning the head back to center, straightening the left leg. Rotate the left foot forward, adjust the right foot as needed. Coming into a wide stance, exhale the hands to the sides. Close the eyes and lift the gaze. Experience the sensations of your body. Be present here. Keeping that gaze lifted, whether you want to visualize it as light, energy, vibration, draw it in and up the spine towards the point between the eyebrows. Go ahead and open the eyes, and we'll come into the other side. So our feet are nice and wide here. So from this, both feet, both toes are pointing forward. We're going to go ahead and turn the right foot out this time. Check that intersection line, the line that comes from the inside of your big toe to the heel on your right foot, and it intersects with the arc of the left foot. That looks good for me. And then my pelvis has shifted a little bit. My headlights are now facing an angle. So I'm going to push my right heel away. The toes on my right foot are angling in now. So that way everything is in line with that shifted pelvis. Okay, so from here we'll go ahead and bend that right knee to where it comes ideally over top the ankle, but anywhere above the foot is fine. And then remember to squeeze those glutes, really opening up the hip. And then our body, our torso has as well gone to an angle for most people. And so we do want to bring that torso back towards the front. But the pelvis is still angling that way, so there's a slight twist in the spine. Inhale the arms out into the sides, stretching those arms wide, stretching the fingers wide, the palms wide. Squeezing those glutes, thinking about stretching your body in both directions, engaging the extremities of your body. Slide the chin back and then gaze over your right middle finger or ring finger. Lift that gaze slightly. Breathe with your belly. Keep those shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And like you are manifesting the experience of power just above your palms. Maybe you visualize light balls floating above your palms. Silently repeat to yourself, I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. Keep those glutes engaged. Keep the pelvis stretching open too. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. Release the affirmation. Gently bring the head back to neutral. Inhale the arms up, straightening the right leg. Feet point back forward. Exhale into that wide stance. Tadasana, standing mountain. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Breathe naturally with your belly. Feel the sensations of your body. Visualize those sensations as light or vibration, and draw that visual in towards your spine and up to the brain. Go ahead and open the eyes. And next up, we're going to come into a seated position on the floor. So for most people, I recommend using at least one blanket underneath your seat, just to allow your pelvis to tilt properly off. One blanket should be fine. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana, bound angle. You may also want to have a couple of 2 yoga blankets or 2 blocks close by. This isn't necessary, but it does allow us to relax the groin a little bit more, and that allows us to relax further into the posture. In Ananda Yoga, we don't ever move through force, we move through relaxation. This becomes quite a powerful practice in the everyday life too. You learn to kind of not force things, but instead relax, surrender into things, and then move forward. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so coming onto that seat, the front edge of your blanket, my feet are flat on the floor here, and then I'm going to relax out at my hips, and I'm going to put the soles of my feet together. Okay, so soles of the feet are pressing together. And so for some people, they have a lot of flexibility here, and so their legs are almost already to the floor. If that's you, great. For me, I have some tightness in my groin and stuff, and so we'll take blankets and gently place them underneath, or blocks, place them under the knees, to where your legs are still going the almost the whole range of motion that they can in this position, but where they can relax the weight onto the blankets. And then from here, the feet can slide in towards the body as much as is comfortable for you. And then you can either have hands on the ankles, or you can interlace the fingers and place them in front of the toes. We're going to start with an active phase. We do this with all forward folds. We do an active phase to really get length through the spine. So we'll do that now. Inhale the arms out and around, up overhead, lengthening up. Exhale, keep that spine and crown of the head reaching upwards as you bring your hands to either your ankles or interlaced around your toes. Inhale to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale to relax forward, relaxing at the hips so the spine is still straight here. On inhalations, think to lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. Exhale See if you can relax a little bit more at the hips, at the lower back. Tilting that pelvis forward off the blanket. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to see if you can fold forward a little more. And I have switched my hands to interlace around my toes now, as that kind of changes for me. It starts at my ankles and then I shift my hands. So do what's comfortable for you. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, continuing to fold forward. Let's do one more. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, go ahead and relax, but keep that chest. We don't want to lose the length in our upper spine. So think relaxing the heart just past the toes. So not allowing yourself to crunch forward, but instead keeping your chest almost kind of tall. But go ahead and round the lower back and mid-back as you'd like. Relaxing into this phase now. Letting the weight of your knees come into your props if you're using them, into the floor if your knees can touch the floor. And really letting that stretch come into the groin. You can relax the head and neck, but once again keep that chest going towards past the toes, just to keep some length in the spine as we come into the full posture here. Pausing at points of resistance, breathe into that resistance, and then move forward through relaxation, not through force. Keep the breath flowing in the belly. The gaze is lifted. Silently repeat to yourself, secure in myself, I accept whatever is. Secure in myself, I accept whatever is. Release the mantra. Come back to a straight spine first, and then come all the way back up, bringing the feet wherever is comfortable for you, into that comfortable seated position. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Forward folds help us to open the energy spine so energy can flow more freely. Using that to help guide your imagery as you channel energy up the spine into the brain. It's really flowing smoothly now. Feel the sensations of your body. Breathe. open the eyes. Our last active asana for today is going to be a backward bend. Now there are a couple other styles of postures we didn't include in today, and that would be a twist and lateral flexion of the spine. Due to time, I do want to keep this a reasonable amount of time for a session, and so we are just going to move to the backward bend. Future classes expect that we will do twists and lateral flexion. Okay, so we're going to come onto our mats, lying supine or lying on our backs, and we're going to finish off with Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So as you come onto your back, move so gently and kindly with your body. All right. So the knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. And I want you to go ahead and push into the heels and mostly the pad behind your big toe. So the heels and the pad behind your big toe. And as you do that, lift the pelvis up. And when we come into the full, actually if we go any further, I don't want to turn my head anymore to protect my neck. So same to you. So at this point, if you need to turn your head to be able to see what I'm doing, then come out of the posture first, because we are going to put a little bit of pressure on the neck. So we don't want to rotate the neck in the midst of that pressure. Very important. Okay, so coming up again with the pelvis, keeping that gaze forward. We're going to go ahead and bring the hands to the sides and interlace the fingers behind the back. Walk the shoulder blades together. And then press into the heel and the pad behind your big toe to lift the pelvis, the hips up more. Pushing into those areas, really pushing to have the knees come just over top the ankles. If you need to adjust, come out of the posture. You may need to have your feet closer to your body or further away. Squeeze those glutes, the hamstrings. Allow the quadriceps to open, the fronts of the hips to open. I've tucked my chin a little bit here, kind of entering into a Jalandhara Bandha, which is just a chin lock. So continue pressing into those feet, drawing the hands down away from you. Breathe with your belly. Lift the gaze. Silently repeat to yourself, I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. Don't let those knees splay out to the sides. Keep them over the ankles. Few more breaths here. I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. Release the mantra. Slowly lower those hips down as slow as you can. Release the finger grasp. And we'll take a moment in constructive rest. So the feet come wide, knees relax together. Hands on the belly. Backward bends energize the astral spine. So a forward fold will open the spine, and a backward bend will energize the spine. So with the eyes closed, gaze lifted, visualize just an abundance of energy flowing smoothly up your spine into your brain. Feel the sensations of your body. And then we'll gently begin to move into our Shavasana. If you have any lower back discomfort, you could roll up a blanket and put it under your knees, or take a bolster if you have one and put it under your knees. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and extend the legs, and the arms can come to the sides. I'm going to guide you through a few self-adjustments here. This will all be verbal, so don't feel like you need to watch the screen. So lying on your back with the legs extended, arms by the sides, we're going to go ahead and pull the feet as far away as you can, and maybe even lifting the hips so you can tuck the glutes underneath. Just depends on your anatomy and physiology. Whatever feels good is usually good. So extending those legs far. Now we're going to go ahead and bring the feet wider than hip width, so that way the feet can relax out to the sides. And this comes from a relaxation in the hip joints. So the actual whole leg, including where the femur connects to the hip socket, that's where it actually relaxes the whole legs out to the sides. The arms can now come to about a 45-degree angle from the body, palms face up. And then go ahead and walk one shoulder blade under and then the other, creating lots of space between your shoulders and your ears. And the last adjustment is going to be to tuck your chin and allow your neck to go long across the floor. If you have any amount of mass on your upper back, this may cause this position to be really uncomfortable for you. You could take a pillow and place it under your head, or roll the edge of a blanket and put it underneath your neck for a little bit extra neck support. Also, if your neck feels at all like crunched together, the vertebrae, a blanket or a pillow under the neck and head is a good idea too. Getting nice and comfortable here. Shavasana is often thought to be one of the most difficult postures because it's a posture we usually do when we turn our minds off for sleep. But that's not the intention here. The intention here, as Shavasana translates to corpse pose, is to pull all the energy from the body into the spine and up to the brain, allowing the body to completely relax into the floor. All of the weight. So doing that now, becoming conscious of anywhere in your body you're holding tension. Keeping the gaze lifted and the eyes closed. Magnetizing the energy up towards the point between the eyebrows, up towards the crown of the head even. Let your breath be relaxed, moving in and out of the belly. With each inhalation, visualize light, energy, vibration traveling up your spine to the point between the eyebrows. And with each exhalation, allow your body to relax a little more, to become a little more heavy. Relax the muscles of your face and scalp. And focus on inhalations, that energy rising to the brain, the point between the eyebrows, the flower at the top of the head, the crown of the head. we'll stay here for a minute or two more. Keeping your awareness and your gaze directed towards the point between the eyebrows. Go ahead and bring energy back into your body just enough to prepare for meditation. So awakening the body first by wiggling fingers and toes. Do this with the energy of awakening a small child. Playfully, calmly, gently. And on an inhale, stretch your legs long across the floor and arms up overhead, long across the floor. I don't have that space to do that, so I'm going to lift my arms straight out in front of me, just stretching those extremities. Exhale as you bring your knees to your chest. Keeping that gaze lifted to the point between the eyebrows. And we rock the body back and forth. Giving the back a little bit of a massage. And then when you're ready, you can roll over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. Left palm can come to the floor. And relax your body here, coming into that fetal position. This is the first body position we all held. And it does provide a certain level of comfort, maternal comfort, if you will. Connecting with that inner child, that joyous, wondrous child. Press the left hand firmly into the floor as you bring yourself up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. We are preparing for meditation now, so a blanket or two, a chair, a meditation bench. And ideally, if you're able to keep your eyes closed the whole time, or at least your attention drawn inward. Sitting up comfortably with a tall spine, rising through the crown of the head. Inhale those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, relax them down the back. Hands rest on top of the thighs, palms face upward. Chin is parallel to the floor. Behind closed eyes, the gaze remains lifted. I am going to guide us into a brief meditation here. If you have time for it, this would be the ideal time to practice this week's guided meditation. Doing a longer meditation, especially after yoga postures, is the whole point of doing them. But if you don't have time for a 30 or 40 minute meditation session at this point, then then you can enjoy this shortened meditation practice with me right now. We're going to be using the traditional mantra of Hong Sa. Hong Sa translates to I am spirit. If you'd like to use a different mantra, please feel free. Or if you choose to use the I am spirit mantra, know that it encapsulates all of the divine aspects. And we use Hong Sa instead of English words, because then there's less chance for the intellect to take over, and more of the opportunity for us to come into intuition. Settling into your seat, keeping that spine tall, gaze lifted. We'll double inhale to tense, double exhale to relax 3 times. Take a couple of natural breaths. We'll do about 6 rounds of equal count breathing. This will be at your own pace. Choose a count between 4 and 12. Keep the inhale, hold, and exhale in equal count. You can begin when you're ready, and I'll let you know when we're going to complete one more round. Complete one more round and return to a natural breath. Keeping your awareness and your gaze focused at the point between the eyebrows. One final check with posture. Spine is tall, chin is parallel to the floor. Shoulders are back and down. The body is calmly active and actively calm. Bring your awareness to watching the breath as it moves naturally in and out of the body. Become aware of the the place in the nose where you feel the breath moving. Relax the jaw, any tension in the face. And as your body chooses to inhale, silently repeat Hong, H-O-N-G, Hong, or I am. And as your body exhales, silently repeat Saw, like S-A-W, but it's spelled S-A-U. Or you could repeat Spirit. Inhale, silently repeating Hong. Exhale, silently repeating Saw. Keep the mind focused on the mantra and the awareness to the prefrontal lobes of the brain, the point between the eyebrows. If the mind wanders, just gently bring it back. We'll be here for a minute or two more. Release the mantra. And we'll release the breath with a triple exhale through the mouth, holding the breath out as long as it's comfortable. When the breath returns, enjoy the place of meditation you've created. That experience of space, of stillness. And fill this space with that divine joy or light or power or wisdom or calmness or all of it as the spiritual being you truly are. this space as long as you're here. And if needed, you can bring your attention to the rise and fall of your breath and the energy in your spine. Begin to draw the energy, the light of this experience into your body so that it fills you from toes all the way up your legs, your spine, your torso, your neck, your head, the space around you. Inhale the arms out and around, up through that space, that light. Nice stretch up with the body. Exhale. Palms touch and glide down to the space in front of the heart. Say a silent thank you to yourself for this time and energy and power that you have put forth today to attune to your most authentic self, the highest version of you. Say a silent I love you to yourself. And allowing this energy, these good feelings to radiate beyond ourselves, to all those we know, to all the beings in this universe, for they are all the same expression. We're all uniquely different expressions, but we're all the same stardust, spirit, energy on the inside. And so we'll radiate out these good feelings to all unique expressions of the divine. Placing the palms away from you, radiating your light and energy out to all as the sun you truly are. We'll end today with an Om. Om. I see the light in me, and I see the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for joining.